Hello, sixth graders. This is Mrs. Bowman. I need you in your math book. I'm on page 193, your practice and problem solving. We're looking down just at a couple questions today. We're going to focus on number 17 to start. What I'd like to go over with you today is relating to writing equations. We've done a lot with solving equations, okay, but focusing more on how do we write the equation that represents what number 17 is talking about. So let's take a look at the problem. You have some trading cards. You give 21 cards to a friend and have 9 left for yourself. How many cards were in your original deck? Write and solve an equation to find T, the number of cards in your original deck. So they're looking for T. Okay, T would be like the trading cards. When you look at this diagram, this long green line is representing the total amount in the original deck, and that is what we do not know. That is our unknown. That's why we use a variable. Okay, so we don't know how many trading cards we start with. It just says we have some of them. When you give 21 cards to a friend, giving something away should remind you that that would be subtraction. Okay, so you have to look for some keywords and think what operation that would relate to. And then it says you do have 9 left over. So this is the amount that we do have. Having something means it could be like equal to that amount. So here's how you're going to write the actual equation. So get a pencil and write this in your book at number 17. So the amount of cards we start with again is this T. So the trading cards we start with, we don't know how many that is, so that is our unknown. T trading cards, we are giving away 21 cards. So that means I am subtracting 21 cards off of what I currently have. And that is telling me that I have 9 left. So this is going to be equal to 9. Okay, so you have to pull out some of those keywords, think about the unknown in the question, and that's where you use your variable. Okay, so what we just did was write the equation. Our next step is to go ahead and solve it, which should be easy for you at this point because we've been doing this a lot. 4 steps to solving an equation. Step 1, split it in half. Step 2, you're using the inverse operation. The problem is using subtraction, so you should be using addition to solve it. I'm using the 21 on both sides because the 21 is with my variable. So you add 21 to both sides. Step 3, you actually solve this by doing the math. Minus 21, adding on 21, this is canceling to 0. So all you have left on the left side of the equation is your t, and then the right side is actually going to solve your variable. 21 plus 9 is 30. And if you look over here at this bar diagram, this is the card you gave to a friend. So you had 21 that you gave away, and you had 9 cards still left. So when you add these together, that should give you this total amount of T, which we think is 30. I say we think it's 30 because a good math student then should check their answer. Okay, so the last thing would be to take 30 and substitute it back in the equation and make sure it works. So substituting 30 in where T was, taking away the 21 cards we gave away, and we think we have 9 left. Double checking your math, 30 minus 21 is 9, and it is supposed to equal 9. The equation is balanced, so that is your check step. Okay, so make sure you have this recorded. We're going to take a look at number 18 next. Okay, guys, so looking at question 18, we're going to do the same process here. Let's read it first. Joy added 26 new contacts to her phone list. She now has a total of 100 contacts. Let C represent how many contacts Joy had on her phone list before she updated it. They want us to, again, write an equation trying to solve for C. C is our unknown. Again, C are the contacts before she updated her phone. So we don't know how many she started with. We do know that she added 26 new contacts. So again, adding would be our operation here. We're adding 26 new contacts, and now she has a total of 100. Has is referring to what she has a total of, so that's kind of our equal sign. That's what our total is. So we need to put all of these parts together, to an equation. All right, so C is what we're starting with. That's our contacts that Joy had originally in her phone. She added 26 new contacts. which now gave her a total of 100 contacts. So what I just wrote is the equation that represents the word problem. Okay, you should be writing this with me in your book. Next step is to actually solve for C. Split your equation in half, use the inverse operation. I'm using the 26 because that is the number that's working with the variable. 26 taking away 26 will cancel to 0. All I have left on the left side of my equation is C. I'm now subtracting on this side to actually solve for C. 100 minus 26 is 74. So I'm pretty sure that 74 is my answer. Good math students should always substitute this back in for C and make sure it works. So your check step would be putting 74 in the equation. When you add the 26 new contacts to that, does that give her a total of 100 contacts in her phone? 74 plus 26, let's see, is in fact 100. When you add that to check it, 100 is balanced with 100. That is your check step, so you know your equation is solved correctly. Okay, again, the point of what we're doing in these next few videos is thinking through how to write an equation representing a word problem. Okay, go back to the agenda to view your next video.